everyone and welcome into Yena live stream, and today we'll be learning some proper etiquette actually. That's what we'll be doing. Give me a second, I need to reorganize my tabs a bit. Go. Hi there everyone, hi and welcome, hi and welcome. Hi there Adrian, hi there everyone, well, hi there Doug, hi there everyone, hi and welcome. And hi Katsi as well. Alright, live chat, there we go. On and done, hi. Looks like 2 streams a day have become a new normal. I don't know why I don't know what have I been doing in the past, honestly. How have I been spending my days? There's literally nothing, like the only thing I do off streams is just work. At this point, might as well just stream. Alright, so, hi there everyone, hi and welcome. And today we will be learning some proper etiquette, yeah. Because I realized that there is a certain tool in my arsenal that I have not been using enough. I don't want to say properly because I have been using it pretty well. But today, I don't know how many of you pay attention to the happenings of the Discord server, but today I did the typical make it thing, where I just became distracted early in the morning and I upgraded Bannet, so that right now Bannet can render LaTeX, because it was the easiest option, and it just hit me. It just hit me how useful Python can actually be. And the thing is, I've been absolutely insisting on using C in the past. And let's be real, mental illness, that's the reason. That is the actual reason. But I feel like it's about time that we at least slowly try to transition to Python.
Yeah.
Okay, now, first things first though, unfortunately I do have work to do as well, so I need to render in the background as we do the thing. So let me just set up some kind of render so that it will be happening in the background as we, you know. CFambo tries Python. What do you mean tries Python? I've been using Python for as long as I've been using, well, no, I've been using Python for 3 years now. Oh.
I was about to say, is this stream title reference to the fact that we wanna avoid situation from last stream, which is just make it and Katsi being incredibly horny for 2 hours straight?
Well, first of all, Straight is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. And second of all, this time I don't have a machine to assemble. Although I have turned on my oscilloscope. I also have the thing of humans. I turn everyone on, but I've turned on, and it's absolutely a beautiful piece of machinery, and I cannot wait to use it, and I will use it a lot. Anyway, sorry, I just got me distracted. I was looking at it.
Stop saying those things.
No, it's a normal phrase. I don't know what I have no clue. Anyway, yeah, right. Hold on, let me just get some milk. Oh yeah, you also go and buy milk.
Okay.
You're happy that I can't see that I didn't actually, yeah, I came back.
Unbelievable. What a example of a father.
No one knows what we're even referencing. Okay. Just as a bit of background, couple of hours ago, we've been chilling on the.
Been chilling?
We've been Bing chilling on the Patreon voice channel, and like, I was just wrestling Bannet because Bannet wasn't bringing me back my beer. My beer getting machine wasn't getting me back any beer, and I unironically finished off the conversation by just going to get milk. It's a long story. It doesn't matter. The point is science, right? That's what I do. The point is, when mixed proton particles like no magical barriers to bring the outside. As a proton, it's treated as a single object, and there's a good enough we can call it a particle. So right here, all I need is I'm gonna just have the camera smooth to the left and whatever I'm gonna call it a day. That's good enough. X coordinate right here. Splendid. Render animation, and let's do the thing. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with the standard, which means going to GitHub and creating a new repo. Although I am right now creating private repos, not public ones, for the simple reason that I've created so many public repos, my GitHub is a mess. So I've changed my strategy, and from now on I just do private repos, because I know if I keep adding public ones, eventually I'm gonna get banned off GitHub for just spamming. Wait, what? This isn't the right sound. No beer from the beer brewing machine, exactly. I did get, because what I basically realized, right, what suddenly hit me, is that I run almost every single utility script I have on Python. And combining Python scripts is not difficult, it's trivial. It is truly trivial. So what I could do is I could just combine all of my utility scripts together into a single big project. And that would, like, you know, that would be fixed. Let me just... Eventually I'll probably get around adding C, because why not? Git ignore... Can I do git ignore for multiple languages at the same time? Hold on, I need to close my window because someone's once again just drag racing outside my fucking apartment. Good.
Ah, yeah, the low-income neighborhood.
Honestly, you know how many free drugs we get from the CIA? It's incredible. Oh, it's truly something. All right. Give me a second again, because I am almost ready. Just need to real quick clone the thing, and then do the thing, and then do the thing, and then ta-da! Yes, actually, yeah, and I do the thing that does the thing. We have the thing set up. I missed the stream 900. Sebas is 903. That's like...
Oh, you missed the best stream. It was cooking stream.
That's like a day and a half. 3 streams ago. Actually, how many streams has it been since 900? It's been... Yeah, because yesterday I didn't sleep. And so
twice a day, so for a bit, so yeah.
I mean, yeah, yesterday I didn't sleep, so I also didn't stream. Because I was so exhausted, I just knew I wouldn't be funny. Oh no, never mind. This is like perfect 2 streams a day. It's absolutely perfect, spot on. We're right here about 3 streams a day.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on. Yeah, it's perfect. Great. Okay, so I guess I should explain. What do I mean by proper etiquette? Because this is gonna be a very nerdy live stream. I'll still keep it sexy, don't worry, but this will be quite a nerdy live stream, because the whole point is that I need to set up a proper structure for the project so that I can set it up once and then not worry about it too much. So basically what I want is I want Fixit to just be like a singular nothing. That's basically it. Basically nothing. Just like boilerplate. And that's it. Only boilerplate, nothing else. To which then I can add whatever I want. And then over time, because of how easy it is to add things to Python, because you don't have to deal with fucking libraries, it will just increase in size. Which means what we'll start with actually is just a main.py, or even better, is there a way running compiled executables with Python? And ideally we'd also run it on the on the Linux subsystem. Generating bundles of recall dist. Oh my goodness. You can... I take it back, yeah, we're golden. Okay, that's great already. But now, what do I mean by proper etiquette? Well, first, we're gonna... Right, first, there was this thing in Python called main Python, which if I understand correctly, this is just top-level environment where the main content of the script is executed. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have fun. Hold on, I need to put my laptop on for this. That's how you know I get serious. Okay. I really need to get myself a backup lab code, because when this one is in the washing, I don't have a lab code, and that bothers me. How am I supposed to lab without a lab code? Ridiculous. Okay. In Python, the special name main is used for two important contracts. The name of the top level environment.
You code in a lab code, but you make chemicals topless.
I am sitting right now topless in a lab code, Katsi. Come on, get your act together. Obviously. I don't wear a lab coat with a shirt underneath because it's too hot. I'm already hot enough. Module. Okay. Modules. Oh my goodness. That's chapter 6. By the way, table of contents. Python documentation. Let me see. There are actually a bunch of things that we would probably like look into. Email is there. What the fuck is email doing there? Oh, those are all like very simple. Oh, we might actually read through them if they are just simple summaries like that.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Python. Oh wait, these are all the versions. Okay, no, so just the top one. In this case, 6 modules. Wait, 6 modules. Data structures. Okay, splendid. Splendid. Informal introduction. This is the official website. Why? Python interpreter. Okay. Whetting your appetite is just jeez. Okay, that's good. So we don't need this chapter. I hope we do not need this chapter. We don't need this chapter as well. This one should be fine. Is there anything that piques my interest here? Range function, break, continue, else. Pass, match. What's match? Is it like a switch? It is a switch. Okay, good. More undefining functions could maybe have something. Nothing here. And nothing here piques my interest. So that's good. Data structures, let's see. Using this stacks, queues, write, del statement, tuples and sequences that could be made something dictionaries. Oh, I hate the tuples, sequences, dictionaries, and sets as well actually. Because they don't exist in C, because they're like, all of them would be just an array. Oh.
Is it bad?
Well, I mean, it's... what would be a good analogy? I don't know what would be a good analogy actually for this. I'm struggling a bit. They're like... I only have one analogy, but it's not a great one. You're not gonna like it. It's like if arrays are a CNC machine, then tuples and stacks, that would be kind of like 3D printers and laser cutters and such. Like they're all based on, they're all effectively arrays, but they're all treated in different ways. Like they're more specialized. Del is from pop method which returns a value. The del statement can also be used to remove. Pop is, by the way, comical because the place where it comes from, I know where it comes from. It comes from assembly. So having pop in Python is fucking hilarious to me.
Isn't pop the thing for stacks?
Yeah, that is from assembly.
Okay.
In assembly, you do have a stack and you push or pop from it. You push onto it or pop from it. And it is, in my opinion, hilarious to use the same terminology in an abstract language. Because I imagine the overlap of assembly programmers and Python programmers is such a slim sliver. It's like hair width. Remove slices from... But I suppose people who made Python, that would be probably bigger overlap. Hi, comedian. What are you doing today? I'm learning proper Python etiquette. That's what I'm doing. This is from 2. Okay. They'll just shrimple. It could be tuples and sequences. Properties are initialized. They are 2 example sequence data types. Since Python is an evolving language, other sequence data types may be added. There's also the tuple. Number of values separated by commas. Right, so it's just a mess. Okay, so tuples are a mess. That is garbage. I know I'm being very harsh about Python, but I don't mean it, obviously. I love Python. I'm just trying to write here. I'm coming from C, okay? It's...
You love Python as much as you love like woman.
What is... It's why. Okay, sets... in a collection with no duplicate elements. Okay. What happens if... Wait, if you have a set with duplicate element, is it no longer a set? Oh, because you can do logic on sets. Gotcha. Okay, so with tuple, and they do have different notation, useful to keep in mind. Brackets versus, or whatever they are, the curly bracket, or versus the curly brackets. And there's a difference between a set and a tuple. That is good to know. Dictionary, that's just JavaScript, isn't it? Okay, that's simple. What is next? Next week there is a module, and that I do believe would be a bit important. So, have you ever coded in Python before? Well, I have been on and off for the past 3 years. Once or twice, or 3 times, or 30 times, or 400 times, something like that, something in between. No, but I've never bothered to learn it. I just used it. You're better using text to prepare. Wait, what is it? Hold on. Oh, because they are coming from... Right, that's a program. That makes sense. Make it, what's your favorite programming language? It's C. Obviously it's C. There's no contest. C is just the best programming language. Objectively. Alright, so module would be the interpreted alternative of a file, I imagine. So file is just a file, however, once the interpreter interpreted it, that would be a module. The module's name of the string is available as the value of the global variable name. Okay, that makes sense. If I import multiple ones, they cannot extract the name of the other module. Oh, hold on. This is actually... There's actually... I think I can already figure out the use for it. So, test.py. If we do... I don't know... Name of module. Or actually def get module name, like this, and then if we do return name, like so, and then we go to main, if we import test, and then if we print test get module name, right? It does work as a test. This would be useful because, as I mentioned, I want to make everything modular. So this would be a great way to keep our modules neat and tidy. What project are you going to do on Python? It's just a very annoying thing to explain in Autobot because what I'm gonna make will be for quite literally everything. Whatever comes to my twisted head, I will pop right in there.
Imagine like a CMC of programs.
Basically, just off the top of my head, I do want this eventually to be a program that will be handling my website, my Discord bot, my Internet of Things devices in my flat. Additionally, my mask also I would like it actually to be controlled with this. What else? What else would be nice? Well, text to speech, speech to text, obviously for
And
communication.
your flat will be control devices in your bodacious too. Joke so bad he never spoke again.
No, I was just thinking. Okay, so module name makes sense, right? There's not there's a function of field hierarchy current namespace. Namespaces will be convenient for this. If we can somehow, can I do name and then dot? No, that would be idiotic. Or would it? Can I get print? Actually, because it is an abstract language, so I don't know what the limits are. In C, what I'm about to do would be idiotic. In here, let's try it. So temp test get mod name, and then what happens if I do temp get mod name? In C, as I mentioned, that would be idiotic, obviously. Okay, that's good. Makes sense. But I imagine there will be still something that will be other than the name. Because what I want to do effectively is I want to load in all of the modules, and then each module will have its own init, run, and cleanup function. And what I would like to do is I would like it to automatically like loop through them without me having to manually add in the code. That would be then a great running sequence. I've done that in C previously with DLLs, and if I could mimic this sort of behavior in Python, that would be phenomenal. All right. If name is equal to main, then oh. It will be executed just as important about the name set to main. Right, that makes sense. So if we, yeah. So we can actually do if name is equal to main on the testing side of modules, which could mean that we could make our modules independent. Oh, that's really convenient. Both independent, change how they work based on if they are a dependency or if they are standalone. That's nice.
Independent. Isn't that the definition of modules?
Well, no. For modules it's just modular, so you can remove them and attach them at will, but you can easily make a module that doesn't work on its own. Like in my mask, for example, every single module on its own would be just nothing. Okay, that's also convenient. Could I somehow maybe, hypothetically, chance. Can I make an array of modules? Oh, that would be idiotic. Test one, reply. And then, I don't know, let's just, that's gonna be dumb. Def, is init already predefined? Or can I define myself? Hi, the Bionet, good morning, hi. You could probably develop some programs that can be used to automate tasks involving data from a source code requiring away from proceeding and analyzing it further. That's something you want to need. I am fully aware of that and wholly thinkable. I have had my computer for longer than 2 days, and I do know what computers can do. I have made a whole series about computer science, in fact. I'm really getting more and more upset by the day with backseat gaming. It's a huge pet peeve for me. I'm getting very aggressive.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I need to get more aggressive to just scorched F, or if I should just accept that this is something that has to happen on the internet.
Yeah, me when people fucking third graders who had like IT ones in school backseat the fucking YouTuber who makes computer series.
let's just do init for now. We're going to do init and we're gonna do initialized name like this. And we're going to copy it to test1. And what we would ideally like to do is we would like to make some kind of generalized method in order to load in the modules and then execute the functions from them. But once again, we want it to be generalized. So ideally, we just like to have a number, or, well, I imagine... Can I do it as an array? Because doesn't feel like something that should be possible with an array. Init. It doesn't feel like something that you could do, you know? Egg on my face! What the fuck, Python? It... like, okay, I mean...
Everything is possible.
That's wild. That's it. We found it. Yep. Now all I need to do is just import the module and then add it to the module array, and it's just gonna do the thing, which means our entire program will just look like I imagine. Hold on. While I don't know, run. I imagine running. Runs. Obviously, this is complete boolean. This is our entire program right now. That's it. That's all we'll need. And then we import all of our modules, we plop them into the modules array, and then we first initialize each and every single one of them. We are then running each and every single one of them, and we then clean up each and every single one of them. Splendid! I'm glad we found that out. Now next, this is not over, it's not the end of our journey, simply because I kind of knew that how easy modules would be. The main thing I would mostly like to get into is obviously asynchronous execution, which would be very important for having a bot. Oh wait, hold on, but let me just keep on reading, just out of curiosity. A code defines a list named all. Modules named that should be imported. Oh no, this you need to define yourself. Package and structure sub-packages. This might be going a bit too far for me. I don't think I'll need that much. Input-output. Oh, like that kind of input-output. Reading, writing files will be important. So I've been using Python for years, and I've done it so many times, but still every single time I want to open a file, I still look up how to do it. In C, I look up how to do it. My brain just doesn't retain that information, because every single time I just look up how to do it. I don't ever remember it, because why would you ever remember anything about programming? The internet is right there.
I get you so much.
What's right programs that handle selected exception? This is extremely important, and I've never in my life ever handled an exception properly in C or Python. So this will be very important, because we'll need to do a try on each and every single one of them, and if we get an error, then we don't want the program to break, we'll just want the program to log the error and then carry on. Ideally, yes. So this will be important. This will be important right here, because we do for iron modules, and we do well, we do this, right? And we don't want it to break. Oh, it keeps trying until it... No, we don't want it to break, we just want it to pass. And then we want... accept. Error. Or is it crucial that it's called value error? because it's a different color. So maybe right, yep, and print value error. So this would be also the more important structure. Now my animation finished rendering, which means we need to set up the next render, which means what? Particles are under the point sports. Well, particles are mechanics. Well, points. More specifically, non-numerous points. One of them so infinitely small object in space. Why? Well, it's because it's the simplest way. And when this is it looks like simple. So there, quantum mechanical particles are just points, right? Well, not quite. And that's where we get into the wave function. My goodness, there is a lot. Okay, so save as a new file, then delete this, delete this, delete this. And then what? What's Making doing today? I'm learning actually. I'm doing research. I'm doing research about proper etiquette of how to use a programming language that I have been using for 3 years. About time.
Listen, there were other priorities, you know? Like drinking.
Ah, drinking helps. Oh, that is a wacky angle. We might actually need to go up then, not down. Yup, and then we want a point. How would we... What does etiquette mean in Python? Well, etiquette means nothing in Python, it's just... Etiquette is just something that is good in any kind of programming language.
It's a fancy word making you just to sound smarter.
Etiquette is not a... Is etiquette a fancy...
It is a fancy, it's like a fucking letter, you know?
Okay, what is a synonym of etiquette? What would you use to say instead of etiquette?
Good practice?
Alright,
I mean, in your fucking sense of etiquette, that is a synonym. Not like in general, though. It's French, you know?
I haven't... I mean, it sounds French.
Yeah, and everything French sounds, you know, so fucking...
Yeah.
So sassy, so gay, you know?
You're one to talk. Okay.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, you would know.
Exactly.
We do want this to be shining very bright. Like this, maybe. Okay, perfect. So emission for this, and then we want the light to go at a much different rate. Maybe even a 10 right here. Or maybe, well, let's do 100, why not? There we go. Let's do 1,000 right here. Easy, and then 1,000. Beautiful. Render animation. Oh, I need a sip of coffee. I'm falling asleep.
Coffee.
Yes, coffee. Okay. Now, why did you chuckle at that? Okay.
Why not?
Handling exceptions are very important.
I'm a little guy.
Except runtime error, type error, name error. Oh, so you can have different kinds of errors. Well, that's...
You can have different errors.
No different errors, only different types of errors. That's curious. That could be useful, I suppose, in a way. There's so value error won't be okay. So it will be except with all of these, as well as a value error.
Okay.
Like here, value error along all of these. which will be useful for keeping track of errors later on, because we would like... the thing about errors is that we would like to know what kind of error
So
it
you're
is.
saying there are some built-in errors, like before the compiler even?
I mean, yeah, built-in like types of errors. It can distinguish between them. It's
Yeah.
convenient. I just finished my homework for Wednesday, and so you were live, so my brain is a bit eepy. Don't worry, so is mine. This is actually the end of my day for me. What time is it? Oh, fucking hell. I need to stay awake as long as possible, though, because I'm trying to switch to a daytime, and that means I need to just stay awake until I do end up switching to a daytime.
Okay.
So we have different kinds of errors now. Pass. Right. Class and except clause matches the exception, which are instances of the class itself or one of its derived classes. Fucking hell. Okay, that's fun. A class and an except clause matches exceptions, which are instances of the class itself or one of its derived classes. This is not... fucking hell. No, I cannot deal with this. Error handling is something that's optional to me, and this is already too much.
It totally makes sense.
Okay, I get it. Exceptions defining. Oh, keyboard interrupt could be also a nice one. Can I do while not keyboard interrupt? Or can I not? Oh no, I need to do the try one, don't I? So while one, try this.
Try.
Can I try this? I doubt it. And then break. Oh, and I is... Why is I not there? Wait, what? Oh, try has to... Oh, okay. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it. Okay. Like this. Can I run this? Oh, wait, they don't have the run function, right? So, def run as just print run name, and then clean up as well. We can define as clean up, and then cleans up name. We can then copy this. We can just paste it right here. Perfect. Now we go and run main. It's running until I keyboard interrupt, in which case it cleans up. That's actually the cleanest program I have ever wrote in Python, and it does literally nothing. It does nothing, and it's already the cleanest thing I've ever written. So that's impressive.
Wow. So queer.
It's how queer, not so queer. You fucking gay. I have a friend from Canada that knows every food possible and imaginable. That's impressive.
What?
Although I do have to say, I also know every imaginable food on the account of fact, just by the mere fact that, you know, you can just imagine it.
Yeah, just imagine it.
How gay. Alright. I'm not gonna lie to you all.
Imagine an onion. Now,
Heck,
imagine two onions.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I would like to actually commit it to GitHub already. Simply because, as I mentioned, this is basically how we're gonna do it. This is basically how our program is gonna be run. And it's important, I do believe, that we keep it. Oh, but can I just print... Oh, wait, how have you all done that? How to properly... Runtime error. Can I just do... Python try except error types. Is there like a general one that I can use? Create Hangout coding stream. That's every single coding stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you can just do exception. Wait, can I just do exception? Can I just do any exception?
So it is how queer. What were you referencing?
What do you mean?
Well, that's so queer. Where's that line from?
No, it's how queer. It's a saying. It's
Yeah, it is how. Oh, I see. It's so queer. Fuck.
yeah. It's how queer.
Fuck.
It's just a saying that
Yeah.
like how it's basically like how odd or
A square in a certain factory. How queer.
yeah.
It's from that meme.
It's not from that meme. You find it's that guy from Fortnite.
It's Mickey from Fortnite?
How do you, is there like a general anyone here knows proper Python? That would be useful.
I thought you were gonna say, and you know he knows proper J.
I like the air noise there. That's nice.
No, you're a fucking professional J. You wanna ask such a belittling question?
I'm just gonna do print. I'm just gonna do print whoopsie for now. Because I mean pseudocode is what I'm gonna call it, and then git push. That is our pseudocode all done and uploaded. And then what we need, what do you want to learn it for? As I mentioned, this will be an extremely long-term project. So if I don't do it with proper etiquette in mind, if I don't do it with proper coding practices, I will hate myself by the end because I'm going to spend most of my time just fixing problems just because I was lazy in the past. Oh, you meant Bionet? Oh, never mind. I learn Python, but I have no idea where to start. I always recommend the same thing, just code. This is really that simple. It's not difficult to make like really simple stuff that just calculates or whatever, like a calculator. That's trivial. And then just from there, just look up.
It calculates.
Yeah, just look up how to do stuff. That's how I did it with both C and Python.
Yeah.
I know Python that much. I can draw a chessboard with it. Figures excluded.
Project.
So I consider myself something of a pro. Just ask if you need help. Cheers, mate.
Doing missed projects is usually the best way to learn an environment you're coding in. Because then you fucking run into problem, then you have to fucking figure out how to solve them. Which usually involves looking shit online.
Whatever. That's enough. That's enough error handling. I'm a C programmer. I don't do error handling. What am I doing? Objects or classes? How? Can you piss off? No, I'm not doing classes. I have my limits. Operating system interface. That is useful. I do like operating system interface. Because it will be really, really convenient. Okay. And I will do the deer, actually. Because I am curious. Import OS and then deer OS. What have you got in store for me? A lot of things. A lot of things indeed. Exit. Does it just turn off my computer if I run that? CPU count. Oh, it does. Kill. Can I kill?
Get off my power supply.
I could actually, I mean, I feel like I could make a Jarvis that does that actually. I can make a Jarvis that turns itself off if I'm not mistaken.
For what purpose?
You
Other than to
time.
terminate a machine uprising at your cost.
So many. If that they mean what I think they mean, and they should, because usually computer scientists love standards, then that'd be great. High level interface that's easier to use. No, I'm fine with OS. An OS system, obviously, running the commands convenient, just really convenient. Oh, they're just going through all of these. So like, oh, so these are all like default. Okay. Standard error could also be useful, mainly because I'm pretty certain it is easily accessible from any side of the operating system. I know what I want to do with Python right now. I just want to learn how to code. I would say that's fair. It's very versatile. You can do whatever you want with it. Anything else? Daytime. Batteries included philosophy. I like that philosophy. Implementing remote procedure calls into an almost. Yeah, I like it. Brief tour of a standard library. Oh, so there are some things I should know though. Multi-threading. Oh yeah, asynchronous execution. I already forgot what I was trying to do in the first place. Oh no, these are just a bunch of libraries. Wait, multi-threading, that's gonna be... Oh no, that's threading. Right. Multi-threading just reminded me of asynchronous. And I would need Asyncio, I do believe is what it's called. Which virtual environments? I don't like virtual environments. I'm leaving it there. Okay, well, it appears we've reached the end. So what we want right now is Python asynchronous execution. Because ideally, we would like to run the module. Oh, is it a bad idea to run them as an async? Because, oh, fuck. This got me thinking. Oh my goodness, it might be actually kind of tricky. Here's the basic idea of why it might be tricky. Here's what's gonna happen. We're going to have like, oh no, multi-threaded. That would be. Oh, but what if I kill you with threads? Because there should be a limit on threads as well. Basically, we'd have module 1, module 2, module 3. Then what I want to happen in the loop is I want the loop to run the first module, runtime, and without waiting for it to execute, I would like it to already run the second one and then third. And then I would like all of them to, you know, finish their thing and return. Now, asynchronous execution comes to mind because in reality, like, this is what it would probably look like. They all would start at the same time, roughly the same time, it's difference of a loop, but they would end at wildly different times. 1, 2, and 3. And what we would like to happen is we want to run them continuously, which means we run the first one, then we run the second one, then we run the third one, and then we repeat and loop. So right here we'd like to run the second one again, and then afterwards right here we'd like to run the third one, then the second one. We'd like to run them like this, where this is the time of our program. Now, first thing that came to my mind is asynchronous execution, obviously, because it is synchronous. However, I should come at it probably from the perspective of threading. That's because if I just give each and every single one of them their own thread, that would be very highly efficient. So actually, probably much better idea would be Python multi-threading. threading. However, if there is a limit on threads, because not gonna lie, I haven't done much multi-threading in Python. If there is a low limit on threads, then I'm not gonna have a good time. Space. Here's the question. So you make a thread. You give it a function. You give the function the input. Okay. Then that gives you back your thread, and you can start your thread. Threads, plural. Okay. I think I get it. And how would we... Is there a way to check if the thread finished? Because we'd like to basically go through all of them, see if they finish, and if they did finish, then... Or we give them their own threads and we just piss off. Oh, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Hi there, Happy, by the way. Hi, how you doing? I do not need a main loop. I can just give them all their own threads and piss off. Huh. Yes, which means all we need to do is just get back to our thing. On the very beginning, we're going to import all the important stuff. So import threading. Right. Do we need time? Because in the example it has time. No, we do not need time, which means we import threading, and then right here, instead of doing while one, we just run all of them. And then right here, can I do if keyboard interrupt? Just once again. That'll be just splendid. Oh, is it gonna run just once? I need to do it while one, right? While one, and then, yeah, I need to do the whole thing. Except keyboard interrupt, and then we just clean them up. And we would also like to stop the threads, ideally, somehow. We'd like to somehow let the threads know that they need to stop. Do how to do that as well. Then what we do is we don't do the first part. The first part we just pass. That's it. Then right here, instead of doing while one, we do the whole while one try business because we don't need it. We also don't need error checking in this case. If we just do threads, well, we might actually want to keep it. Yeah, this might be a bit too clean for no reason. Nah, whatever. So what do we do? We do thread, threading, thread, and then target is equal to I run. No arguments required, so we just end it here. Actually, we just run it. That's it. We just run the thing. Yup. And then modules, and then modules run is equal to just an empty array dot append, and we just link it all up together. Yup, and then we just start them, I suppose. So yeah, we do this, and then for I in modules run module, no, not I, why am I doing I? Runtime, and then right here, module. then we do this, and we do dot start. And this right here should achieve the same exact... thing as we achieved previously. The only difference is that right now we do it multi-threaded. It might break if I run it right now. Never mind, it didn't. That actually was the proper keyboard interrupt. Yeah, that's proper. This is all going great actually. Everything happened. Wait, did it happen? No. Oh no, we missed one thing. Right here. Yup. We missed the cleanup. Very important for me. Means we need... not threading, only we need table of content, then exceptions and grounds. These are all changes, aren't they? Really, all of this? So much. Oh, I am very interested in this frequently asked question. Very interested. We'll get back to you eventually. But not what I'm looking for at the moment. What I am looking for at the moment is, once again, exceptions in Python. Have a question, wouldn't the mask get heavy if we keep adding stuff, which will be irritating? Well, it might be irritating. Happens. How am I supposed to do the keyboard interrupt properly? I wanted to run, I wanted to try, and then I wanted to on keyboard interrupt, only cleanup. How that cooking stream turned out, I had to go and miss last hour. It was delicious. It was absolutely bloody delicious. My goodness. I only managed to finish it today, by the way. Last stream, after the last stream I still had a little bit of pasta left. But now it's gone. It's all proper gone. It was absolutely bloody delicious. That was so much food I ate over the course of 2 days. That was wild.
Fat ass.
Python, yes. I accept keyboard trap, code out my erase keyboard trap. Well, any code may erase keyboard trap, that's why I'm using it. And to handle, but to handle didn't do anything, that's the problem. Because the module didn't clean up. Yeah, the cleanup should have run. Ah, shucks. Yeah, actually, was actually finally hot to eat. It was really hot. I mean, it wasn't like hot as in, oh, it's so spicy, you know, my mouth is watering and such. It was just spicy, and it made it just uncomfortable because you couldn't really taste much other than the spice. But I did figure that if I added some soy sauce, then that actually really nicely added some flavor. So I put it back to gaming. A good idea, so I put it out. I need to work on that. I do have to say that I also myself need to get better at handling back seats. Because it's genuinely my biggest pet peeve. Nothing bothers me as much as backseating. Which is not great, because that means I get pissy for no reason. I just don't know if I should try... No, I should probably try like anger management, so shouldn't I? Angroholics Anonymous.
I mean, you rarely get angry. There are very few things that can make you angry.
What did you say?
I guess that there are very few things that can make you angry.
Yeah, I do agree. Why the fuck isn't this working? I agree. I am a very calm person. Yeah. Oh, because you need to do finally. We have long-running process where you want to give an alternative for cleanup for exiting. Consider the following example. Wait, if I could just do finally, will that work? Like this. This feels dumb. It is dumb. Shit. You agree with me? Thank you, Jaywalking Master. Love the nickname. The pickle we're having is that I'm using keyboard interrupts to stop the program. Which kind of sucks. Wait a minute! It just hit me. I'm multi-threading. Holy! I am multi-threading. I didn't even think of that. I'm just going to do this for now. I am multi-threading. I can just do that. Okay, for those who don't have a life and don't spend all of their time in front of a computer just writing programs in the dark room, this is something that normally is very, very impractical. I'm just gonna call it. That's because you have a problem whenever you run a program and you want it to end that kind of way normally, which is the fact that when you run a program, so let's just say a game engine, for example, then you have your window, right? In white. You have your window with your game in there, your gaming character, right? There we go. They have a shield, they have a sword, your gaming character, and you're gaming. Then in that same game, you would also probably like to have a button of some sort. This is not a great analogy because obviously everything is way more thread, but doesn't matter. The point is that you have like three functions. That's actually kind of a standard for programs. You have the initializing function, you have the running function, and you have the cleanup function. And the way it works is that the program starts right here. It first initializes everything, so allocates all the resources necessary and does all these things. And then it goes into the run function and it keeps looping through it. The runtime function, it just loops ad infinitum. Keeps looping and looping and looping and looping, because that's the runtime function, that's the actual game. So this is stuff like frame refresh, simulate physics, and such, the game. However, if you as a player click a button in game, that would be something like quit, then what you would like to happen is you would like this loop to break and the program to go to the final destination, which is the cleanup, which deallocates resources, which frees them up, removes them, and then turns itself off. Now the issue with this kind of command line setup is that functions like input, what they effectively do is that you have some kind of program that's running, and then right here you have the input. That's your input function, the one I just used. You have your program running, it gets to the input, and then it stops. It stops and it waits for the user to input the data. And then once data is input, it just carries on. The problem with that is that right here, literally nothing can happen. Nothing happens because your program is waiting for the input. In my case, however, what I want to happen is I want the program to continuously run with the functions, which actually is a bit difficult to see. So let me just show it better by in here doing while loops. This may break it a bit because it is multi-threading with while loops, which technically could be quite bad. But oh well, I trust Python. I trust that Python won't do anything too bad. So I run it, and you can see they are actually running. This is constantly refreshing. You just can't see it because it's so quick. And what I want to happen is I right now want to just write quit. Wait, but I keep printing. This is really difficult because it works, but it's really difficult for me to show you that it works. feel like there is one way in which I can show you that works. If in this function, instead of printing run, I just print run once, so we get it back, and then we do iterations equal to 0, and then each time this loop iterates, we just add 1 to it. Okay, so we just add 1 to it, and then on cleanup, right here, I'm also gonna remove this loop. And then on cleanup, we're just going to print error is equal to there we go. Now if I run it again, and if I do quit, you can see there's always something, isn't it? Because I forgot the while loop right here. And also, so many problems. Should be 1 because of multi-threading. It works, but showing that it works is really difficult because of the way that program is set up. This, but then the cleanup has to print itera, but it has to print it after it's been amended by the multi-thread. I would need to check the threading, and I would need to check how to get Python threading change a global variable. Also, then adding +1 to it every single time will probably be very resource intensive. Oh, I just need to make it global. Is that really it? And can I then get it outside of the thread? Beautiful, because now we can also use the init. I'm sorry, since when is making a variable global making it more localized? Well, that messed me up. Huh. Huh. That is quite curious because... Huh. That is the opposite of what should happen. Okay, I might need some more research. Why did this happen? Making a variable global means that it's basically accessible from a wider scope, which is precisely why right here you should know what that variable is. I am a bit baffled. I think. How can I do it proper? I would just need to do research into that. I would just need to research how to get data out of threads. Alright, back to threading. So right here, crawl, but then I imagine you'll amend the crawl a bit to make it more. Or will you? Return the thread and American threads. Nope. This all thread objects currently active. Nope. Thread local data is data whose values are thread specific. The data you want to be local. Attributes. Well, this is all fairly confusing. This is all local variables, which is the opposite of what I want. Okay. I should probably check the join first, because join that certainly looks like. Can I see what join is exactly? Wait, the block was join message. Yeah, when the timeout argument is present, did not know, should be. It is specifically named join, not like terminate or something. So it would lead me to guess that if we actually quit, what we want to do is we want to first do. We would like to first do the thing, which is t in threads t join. Okay, so we need to look through them again. Or runtime modules run, and then right here we'd like to. Let's not try. Let's just do it, which is join. And then quit. Again, why is me making it global? Okay, I'm tempted to say progress because I didn't get the error, but this is very much not progress. What does join do? I am confused. Can be joined many times, but what does it do? Yeah, may join because of deadlock. I don't understand what the join does. Wait until the thread terminates. Is that really all it does? So does it terminate the thread, or does it just wait until it terminates? Well, I imagine it terminates the thread then. Okay. Alright, the run. I can try it with the run, I suppose. So we'll print right here. We'll print modules run 0 run, and we'll print that to see if it's running, and then we're going to right here see if it's running. Of course. What's the problem this time? Append. I do not know what the problem is. Append threading thread, right. We check the 0 thread. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I can handle this. My lamp wake me up, just rang. That's great. Modules run is filled with threads. That's what it's filled with. And as such, I am a fair bit confused about why it's not working. Homo is alive. Will that work? Because maybe it ran as the conditioned some way. I don't know. Oh, lovely. False and false. Well, that's not great, generally. Hi there, Theo. Hi, welcome. How you doing? That is not great, because the 0th one should be in a loop, in fact. Oh, that is not good. Can I just do name and then Itera? Initialize test run. Oh, this doesn't. It won't. Oh, it errors the second one. Okay. Let me guess. Yeah. It was more the multi-thread. This doesn't even help me because it. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Make it. What language, not programming, do you know? I know English pretty well. Pretty good. Gotta craft some stuff today and some soup shopping next week. Ooh, what are you crafting? I think I have greatly misunderstood how the threads are run. Because it appears that after I've run the first one, it just stopped there. And it got stuck in a loop, which is not how threads should work for me. What package is it going to use? I have no clue. I really don't mean to be that guy, but this is not how threads are supposed to run. That's not a thread, that's just running a program. Why isn't the thread working? Machine is showing a border of the code and maybe adding Velcro sports for patches instead of directly suing them on. Stylish. I like it. I'm getting sick of this. Why, oh why would you? Am I misunderstanding how threading works? There's also the thread module, apparently. Start new thread. I am willing to try this at this point. Might as well. Let's do it. Thread. And then we're going to thread and then start new thread. Apparently syntax exactly the same. And then how do you run it? It's funny that there is sample code for how to allocate a lock, but there isn't a sample code for how to run a thread. Give us a recommendation. I'll need it next week. What's a gib soup? You Germans with your silly soups. Yeah, okay, look it. I don't get any ID. Stack size. I reason this just starts a thread right away. It just runs it. Can I stop a thread somehow? I think exit. Oh, give. Alright. No, I've got nothing. I don't need soups. Too much liquid. I don't like it. In my opinion, you should eat or drink. I don't care much for the in-betweenness. To me, it just feels indecisive. Get your act together. Soups are just for people who can't decide if they want to drink or if they want a bite. Disgusting. So right here we just exit them. And I don't think Is Alive is going to... Wait, is Alive going to work? I don't think that's okay. Do I just not understand how a thread works? Do I need to run them in async or what's happening? I'm confused. Every food is a soup/salad. What about the smoothie? Well, smoothie is for people who wanted to grab a bite, but then changed their mind and wanted to drink something. And the milkshake is for people who wanted to drink something, but are slowly getting into the idea of grabbing a bite. Oh, I'm so exhausted. And there's still so much not working. Okay, maybe async execution would actually be better. Python asynchronous execution. But then I would need to somehow check. Like, no, this should be handled with threading. Hold on. Multi-threading in Python. Yeah. What did it go to? Did you fuck a storm again? No, I've just been up for a long time, just working. And I'm just so tired of working. I really would like to go to sleep right now. Because I know that tomorrow when I wake up, I'll be full of energy and I'll be able to work better again. Go to sleep. No, because I'm slowly switching to a daylight. And also I have a shit ton of work to do. So this may have not been working because no, it still doesn't make any sense because the join happens later on. So they should both print. Okay, so let's keep this for now. If we run this program, this is bad because we only run the first thread. We don't run the second one, which kind of, in my opinion, goes counter to the whole idea of threads and how threads should work. But what do I know? If we do while iter is smaller than, I don't know, 10,000, what about now? Well, now you run it, obviously you do. Let's add a couple more zeros to make it a bit more challenging for you. once again, you wait. I don't understand. This should take 10 times long. Why do you wait? It's supposed to be multi-thread. Light activity until tonight sounds like a plan then. Well, it'll be lovely, but I'm not doing light activity, I'm wrangling with threads! And the results are printed in parallel. Mine aren't. Mine very much are not. Maybe creativity juice will help. Don't tempt me. Program prints down, but is finished. The problem I have is that... Is it because we're trying? Oh, I swear, that's the reason. No, it isn't. It's actually good. It's actually quite good that it isn't. Because if it was, then I would need to once again remove error checking in order to make my program run. Okay, so right here you have print hello. Okay. My thread. That's a class! Also, why is this running itself? Oh, whatever. Okay, the point is you start the threads, right? Right here though. Self I is equal to I. This is... I hate this. I'm kind of excited for a full wisdom tooth yeet operation next week. No, I get it. Have something uncomfortable in your mouth? I've been there. Self. Okay, so I need to... I hate this. Class of threading thread. Okay, so threading thread. And then you need in there to be... To be a what now? Run self. How do you know to run the run though? Make it. Try and make notes on Newtonian laws of motion. Sure, if you want, why not? Don't let society stop you. I don't want to do it with classes because I hate classes. Find do work, right. Target do work, arcs, right, append thread, thread start. Oh, what's different about this though? So wait, when it starts, it waits for it to finish. That would be idiotic and would defeat the whole point. This will not work for my case. The task is not print, but CPU enters done. Thread are included in serial. So you should move your activity runs, and when the start is called, the thread will start to run. To evacuate it, reabsorb the roots of a neighboring tooth. I just realized yesterday that fruit is pronounced something like fruit. Yeah, well. Curious revelation. What do you mean realized? I imagine like a sudden revelation, right? Like divine blessing of sorts. Of just like a cinematic picture with like bright light all of a sudden. I pronounce it fruit. Fruit or fruit.
Fruit. How do you? I feel that's like a second grade type fucking word you learn. How do you mispronounce fruit?
I'm just more curious
They
about
must be
how.
American.
I'm more curious about how she realized that you mispronounced fruit. White creamy soup with small beans. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, disgusting, Adrian. Ugh. I hate that soup. Well, to be fair, I do not tolerate soups, so in this case, I am biased. I just realized I is pronounced I, not I. But you know what? I get what you all mean. There is certainly a different way that we read words from how we actually say them aloud, isn't there? Like, I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Sissy. I do get what you mean.
Is there?
I mean, yeah, so for example, meme. Like, do you actually read the word meme as meme in your head?
Oh,
Because I can guarantee you everyone reads it as meme.
man. What? Do what? I don't think I get the question. What do you mean? Like you read it in your head differently?
Yeah, whenever I read the word meme, I read it as meme. That's what it says, it says meme.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, you weird.
What? How am I weird? I read the words as words usually, as they're supposed to be written. You know?
The target?
Okay, yours is silent. I put my internet fucking died again.
No, I was just reading. Do I just find the target? No, I really am supposed to find the target. They also switched to multiprocessing. Threading. I am. Dude, yeah, they do it with classes. I don't want to do it with classes though, because it's gonna mess everything up. So right here they do thread because there's the class, right? Threading thread. And then Initialize. Okay, so that's terrible. That's terrible across the board. Unless we do really need to. Unless I could squeeze it in, maybe somehow. How can I squeeze into a function? I don't think I can squeeze into a function.
What are you squeezing in, and why?
I don't think I can because I'm. Well, basically, technically, that would be a function definition inside a function definition, which would not work.
Hmm. Wouldn't it?
No, yeah, it wouldn't.
Okay.
Shit. So run is really okay. So init runs first, but we don't have an init.
Init.
Unless I do it like run is. Oh, that would be idiotic though. That would be truly and utterly idiotic. Is the whole point. Create and threads. Okay, print numbers. Yes, without the yeah. Okay, this is not bad. Yes, without the class, I'm with it. Critical section. Oh wait, that was it because I don't see how this is different from my approach, which is a problem. Range 5 print number. Right, so we have a function, and then we just do threading thread target is equal to the function. Is the problem the fact that I added this? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it, right? I do not want to talk about it. Okay.
That's you were the problem all along.
Now, the problem is that it's still. Doesn't actually solve anything for us because we're back to the original issue of how to store results. I imagine we. Well, the log, right here. Synchronization locks and deadlocks. We don't actually want synchronization in this case. We just want the return value. So Python threading return value. We want to like get out the values. With watches actually this dictionary threads constructed along with index or so far so the results. Okay, so we start the thread. That is such a Python notation. Right. And then you join, and the process of joining, I imagine, returns the value. Python threading modify an external value variable. Okay, so what I need to do is... Will that work? I refuse to believe that will work. What, I just do... global. That is way too simple. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I will be damned. Could I then... Oh, that is just... I'll be damned. So what, can I just do a global variable, call it like something like, I don't know, halt is equal to false, and then go inside this, and then while not halt with global halt. Ah, okay. Halt is not defined. Of course it isn't. That makes sense. How would I move a value from here to there? It makes no sense now why itra wasn't defined, because global in this case works differently. But it doesn't actually work differently. That makes sense. But it doesn't define scope, only its global works like extern in C. Because in C, I'm pretty certain you have both global and extern. In this case, global is the extern. So it isn't really global, it's external. And then, oh shit. False. And then we need to somehow pass that value in there. And what's even more important, we need to keep passing. Well, we need the value to update. I feel like. Can I stop a thread? I'm waiting for it to finish. It's generally a bad pattern to kill a thread abruptly. But that's once again the class, and I really don't want to do class. Because if I do a class, that's gonna mess everything up. Or will it? If we just import threading into each submodule, it might not mess everything up too much. Okay, this might be not too bad, because if I just do... Okay, this will require me to clean it up a bit, which means I would need to do import threading right here, and then I would need to... Okay, class runtime threading thread, like this. And then right here, we need to define the init. I just have nothing in the init because I don't actually care much for it. I don't know what I should have in the init. Where's the class one now? There it is. I don't know what this means, by the way, but I'm not going to question it. Just run it. Let it rip. This looks like recursion to me, but I don't. I wouldn't know. So run is gonna work like this, whilst itera is smaller than this or whatever, and then right here we're going to copy it in, import threading, and then in threading we're going to do Instead of this, we're just going to print run, and that's it. And then if we get back to main, then all we should need to do is thread module runtime. I hope this works. Modules run append threading thread. Okay. Oh, because that already is a thread. Right, so we just append this. They both crashed. Cool. Why did they both crash? That's the question. Fucking hell. Let me just for now remove the loop and just leave this. Right, yeah, cool. So now what I need to do is figure out why this doesn't work for the 72nd time. Thread name is equal to thread name. Okay, so this is just done to get the values in. Right. I'm with you. Oh, is it because I need to do run self? That might be it. I haven't. I don't know. I do not know. Yep, nope, that wasn't it. What animation software would you recommend for someone who's a beginner? I would say if you're a beginner, then it doesn't really matter what software you choose. It's all going to be equivalent. If you're going for long-term animation making, I would definitely recommend Blender because it's amazing. Hi the Caper, hi. I'm trying to figure out how to use Python and struggling a lot. Mainly because I hate classes with a burning passion and I am forced to use one.
Are you a communist the way you hate classes?
It's such so dumb. Hi there, Quaza as well. Hi, how you doing?
Quaza. What's quazzing?
Croissant.
Croissant.
Good name, thread this. That should work. Do we pop anything in there? We don't, that's good. Wait, should we do it as with like... Or we just add it as a thread, that's it. Wait, do I need to do it as a function? This, maybe? Holy shit! I've done it. Oh, that's so dumb. Okay, so that's good. Remember the thing that I last time included I shouldn't have? Well, this time it's the opposite. I don't understand why I need to do... So, okay, so basically, let me get this gay for a second, alright? If you have a function, if you want to do some functional programming, if you want to, like, a is equal to a function, then you do func like this. Even though when you use a function normally, let's just do an f. A is equal to f like this, even though when you use a function normally, you need to add the brackets. If you want to do a class, however, then a is equal to c with the brackets, even though, this is a c, these are brackets, even though normally you would just do c. Great! Simple! Yeah, I'm with you. It's the opposite, because we... It's fine, yeah, it's the opposite. Because normally it would be too straightforward. Quit. Oh, fuck.
I can see you hate Python.
Oh my goodness, I think I've done it. If I do this right now, and then run it, and then do quit. Oh no, because I didn't implement the whole thing. Shit. Hold on, it needs to count up to all just now. Can you Control C? Nope. Okay, well, we're stuck now. So as it's counting up, I'm just in the meantime going to. Make an understanding that Kotlin lets you do multi-threading without classes. C also lets me do multi-threading without classes. Listen, Olo, if I wanted to have a language I wouldn't complain about, I would code this in C, okay? Don't go here just recommending I use discount Java, alright? My goodness, disgraceful. Trying to hook me into using Java. These are just... Honestly, Kotlin users are just cultists who... That's how they get you in. That's really how they get you in. Everyone already knows that Java is terrible. And Kotlin was just invented as a conspiracy by Big Java to get people into coding Java without realizing that they're coding in Java. That is true. That's how it works.
I'm laughing at Peter's joke.
If I do a stop, wait, how am I supposed to do that now? Without modify the variable. So, like, for example, if I wait, can I run like a second variable in there? Just go stop on the thread when you want to exit. Could you give me an example of you actually using it? Because it's not that I don't trust you, but I don't think it's gonna work. So what, do I just do def stop? I'm fine with that. No, this is not gonna end well. Was not halt, or itera is smaller than... Let's just do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just to give myself some breathing room. Is opposite. F is reference to the function itself, F is the invocation of F. C is the reference to the definition, whilst C is invocation of C's initializer. That's so garbage. That is so garbage. Classes are a crime. There are so many things I don't understand why they exist in programming. Classes are right up in top 3, right next to constants. Why are constant variables a thing? Why is that a thing? You are effectively handcuffing yourself, making it impossible to edit a variable. For what reason? If you don't want to edit the variable, just don't edit it. Just leave it there. Why would you set it as a constant? I just do not understand. I'm baffled. Halt is equal to true and also at the same time global halt, I imagine. And right here global halt. Okay, run it. Halt is not defined. I am going to turn you into a photocopy if you tell me that halt is not defined when I very clearly... Do I need to define halt like right here? Is that what needs to happen? Outside of the event? Nope, halt is still not defined. Okay, that's good. Maggie, what's your favorite song? Favorite? That's gonna be a tough one. I have a lot of songs I really like.
So many to choose from.
Yeah, no, there are too many to pick from, CC.
How about what's your favorite song right now?
That doesn't make it any easier. I do have a new album I really like because its name is Awfully Appealing, but it's spelled with 2 E's and like it has a banana on the cover, so it's hold on. Awfully Appealing. There we go, Awfully Appealing. So that like, you know, like peel and has a banana on the...
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Is that the whole reason you like it? There's a pun.
No, it's actually genuinely a really good album. I like it a lot. The pun is just added frosting. Because otherwise, more languages are not like normal variables. Because there's in all places it's used in at compile time. That's idiotic. That is, I'm sorry, that's utterly idiotic. Why can't your compiler just have a macro? Why can't you have a clear divide between the programming language and the macros? Because my understanding is the programming language that gets compiled, all of the programming language takes process in the compilation, right? So if I write something down, it is going to end up it's going to be translated into the executable. The macros, however, are there simply used as a replacement. So in that case, why would you keep a constant as a is run before the compiler? I know, Olo, which is precisely why constant variables are idiotic. Because why would you need something that is compiled if it's going to be used as a constant? It's not a variable then, is it? Constant variable is idiotic if you think about it. It's like very bright darkness. The whole difference between okay, when I write down something in C, the whole point of differentiating between something like 100 and something like 100, okay, is that one of them is constant and as such is compiled into the literal value it represents, and the other one is a variable, which means it is compiled into the address of memory, right? So what is the point of having constant variable? I just do not understand. I don't think I will ever understand. Why not just call the constant still calling constant variable? Even further, why use it in the first place? Have a macro to just replace it with a constant. I am baffled. Classes as well, I don't know why they exist, but that's a whole other can of beans. Okay, so stop will stop it, correct? Oh, but it isn't working because the global hold ain't halting. Last time, the problem I had with global was that it works like externancy. Now, if it works like externancy, then this should work. However, it doesn't, which means that something is off. Is there like a way to access the should be stopped or something? Python threading check if thread was told to stop inside the thread, like this. Stop a thread. Yeah, but I wanted to stop. Like from I want to check. I'm not sure what you want to do, but it should be self halt if you're trying to access the classes halt in the stop self. So it needs to be self. Oh, I hate classes so much. So I can't do global. Wait, so do I need to do like this? So idiotic! I hate this so much. This needs a self, doesn't it? Yeah, obviously now it doesn't work. Am I joining? I am joining. So it's right. Can I okay, it won't stop until it's finished counting, so I'm just gonna give it a second. Can I run the stop? It's a class, so I should be able to just do runtime 0 stop. I'm pretty certain I should be able to do it. We need to wait for it to finish counting, so yeah, I'm just gonna wait a bit. Make it the only constant in life you need is a constant reminder you appreciated and loved. Let me just also pop off the 0 of the bike, because clearly it's counting for way too long. Yeah, it might be counting for like 2 minutes, so we can like wait a bit. I really hope that the self-hold will work. I am having so... I don't want to say I'm not having fun fighting, I am having a bit of fun. But I am... It's so upsetting. Because the rules are... Pythonish. They're abstract. And I do not like it.
Change your statement or Python?
No, I mean, I always thought it was useful. I've always mentioned that it's useful. But the reason why I like C is specifically because C is simple.
Okay.
A bit longer with the bite. It's still counting. I really gave it a lot to count. Let's just do 9 digits, maybe. Maybe 9 digits would be enough. I can't really stop it, unfortunately. I can kill it, I guess. Yeah, fine, whatever. It's fine. Oh, that's curious. Runtime object is not
Can I check who is damned, or do I need a roll for that?
I think you need a roll for that. Who do you want to check?
Somebody in fucking basic is like...
Or should I dump them?
I don't know. Or maybe they are them. They're discussing ways to circumvent curse, so you know.
I love seeing Alum just trying their darnest to work around the curse. You see, that's what happened. The thing is, I did curse Alum, alright, for disrespecting Bonnet. And I was just gonna leave it at that. But then Alum specifically said that they don't care. And that really ticked this off for me. Don't not care about my beautiful boy. My beautiful boy. Bonnet, my beloved.
Okay.
That was a dick move. And so I had to damn them.
Nice. Spaces. Is that based on something whenever spaces are around, or do you do it manually?
Yeah, I do it manually whenever I feel like it. I'm pretty certain they're still not allowed right now. Because I didn't turn it off.
Well, you say so.
Make it init should be super init. Should be super init. Wait, should it? Because it worked so far. Do I need the init? See, where's the... Are you certain that it needs to be super init? Because why am I waiting for this? I just killed the terminal. I can just kill the go. I don't know. My mind is really slow right now. Right. We didn't want to do it this way. First of all, I want to turn off the stop. Make it. What's your favorite word? Make it. That's my favorite word, obviously. I'm amazing.
Yeah. Isn't that 2 words?
No. I mean it the proper way it's meant to be spelled.
Yeah, of course.
It breaks this. Super gives a reference to a parent class. What does that mean? What does reference to a parent class mean? Hate classes. Suck. Maybe logic right here.
Parent class. You mean the beer haver?
We're supposed to be and. Fucking hell. I'm fine. I am so fine. Okay. We're getting somewhere. If halt changes to true, then this becomes a false and don't breaks. Okay. Make it. Do you know what inheritance is? Absolutely not. The question remains, does it not? I mean, I can check it, I suppose. Print technically stopped. Didn't. Okay.
Why is there no fucking inheritance shit in C?
Nope.
There definitely is. No, it's C++.
Katsi,
Okay.
are you genuinely trying to argue with me about the what is and isn't in C?
Well, I was just curious, and I was like, oh wait, oh no, wait, no, never mind. You know?
You don't have
It was
inheritance.
just my brain functioning in real time.
Like in C, you just handle all of data manually.
That's
why,
why,
for
fucking
example,
horrible.
no, it's great actually because you always know where everything is. Like for example, the problem
But, like,
I'm having right now.
no.
You know what the problem I'm having right now is? I have a function right here
No.
called stop. Okay, and this function modifies a variable called halt, right? And my problem is that I don't have a way to run the function stop, nor do I have a way to modify the variable halt. That is my problem. And if I was in C, I wouldn't have that problem because I would have a pointer to them, to both of them, and I would be able to access them. I could access them on another fucking computer if I wanted to.
Is there no fucking pointers in Python?
There are pointers, but pointers won't work in this case.
Why?
Well, it's because I'm trying to run it threaded. That's the issue. I can have a pointer, but if I don't know what kind of pointer it is, it's kind of worthless. C's classes like make it is maidenless because with poor language choices. I'm telling you, if you change to Kotlin, you'll get a woman banging on your door. I don't want a woman banging on my door.
Sure.
It's comical because like it's upsetting because you have that thing where if you go to C, if you actually start coding in C, you realize just how many functions and languages are unnecessary. And then every single time those functions don't work, it's such an infuriating experience because you realize that it doesn't work for a reason that's not even a necessity. So for example, when a program doesn't work in C, like for example, if you don't allocate the memory for it, then it doesn't work because the memory has to be allocated, no matter what you do. Like, you cannot write a program in existence that can work without allocated memory. However, if a program doesn't work with classes, then it's just based on the language that uses them. Because classes are not actually required, they're optional. And that just is so infuriating as an experience. So right now what I need to do is I need to figure out, because a runtime object is not subscriptable. So right here I cannot do the stop, which means that I need to figure out the way to call the stop. That's what I need to do. Which one of you fuckers even had the stop function? You had the stop, and then self-stop event set. Right here they do super, but why? Like, this is great. This is great code. The only problem is that they don't show how to use it. Because you have two functions. Stop, stopped. However, if I wanted to stop a program, I cannot call the stop function. Do I just call the join and does join automatically call the stop? Because in my case, it's not calling the stop. It's fine, it's whatever. Different ways to kill a thread, yeah, sure. They just run raise exception, and that's it. You just, oh wait, is it because I didn't include self? Did I forgot to include self again? No, I didn't. Okay. Self. You just run raise exception. That is not fair. I can't do that. Unless raise exception is one of those things that's already defined. I figured there was actually a way to check. If I just do, I just run Python import test and then dear runtime. Runtime is not defined. What did I import then? Oh, because runtime. Yeah, test runtime. Okay. Stop is there. Stop is accessible. Stop should be accessible. Correct? Self. Oh fuck. So for that I need thread is equal to test runtime. Thread stop. Nope, still missing self. I give up. Okay. Self, but I cannot run it without self, and I don't know how to. I can run the, well, I can't run the round self either. Like, the way I would imagine it works is that when you run join, it automatically runs stop. But it doesn't. You get Q is equal to Q. Okay. I mean, that's a maybe. Make it, why not use multiprocessing lib? Because on the Python's page, when I looked for multi-threading, then the threading was there, recommended. It runs stop, yeah, but it's stop run. I mean, if you run a stop, then it's gonna stop a run. Actually, funny enough, the only purpose of running stop is to stop run. Set? Is that how it's done? Wait, creature design. What? Using a shared boolean variable just threading event. I am interested. Event is equal to threading event, okay. But the issue is... Okay, I don't like it because you give me code out of context. Depending on where I create the event, it could mean completely different things. Wait, can I access hold? So right here, let's just go in, and right here, do after this print halted. There we go. And then what we do is we go to main and let's see. Can I just do modules? Oh wait, runtime obviously wouldn't work. It needs to be modules run 0. I didn't register that. I take it back! Holy shit! Oh my goodness. Okay, so stop will stop it. Okay, I can take this way. Wow. My goodness. Yes! And if we wait a little bit longer, and then do quit, then we have a higher number. Fucking hell! Okay, great. No, it's splendid.
What is that?
Quick question, if I do it without stop, does join run stop by default? The answer is no, okay. Which means that every single time we need to do runtime stop and then do the thing. Mega, do you have a plan to stop swearing, cussing? Not really. It's actually a great way to achieve solid punchlines.
Fuck no.
If you... My jokes are 95% delivery and only 5% actual comedy. So delivery is everything, and cursing is a great way to just pop that right in there. Okay, but there we go. This is great. This is really great because right here we've actually achieved a proper, and I mean proper, boilerplate, basically. I can remove the halt variable, it's not necessary anymore. Modules runtime, yeah, that's important. Yup. Everything is finished. And it's all multi-threaded as well, which is great. Which means now all we need to do is we need to just follow the pattern and then do the things. Yeah, fine. There we go. Oh, splendid. Okay. Great. Great. This is a proper good setup for Fix It. It's a proper good one, and I'm gonna call it a day for now because I am exhausted. I am just truly and utterly exhausted. I still have so much work to do. I didn't end up rendering as much as I should have. I should have rendered more. But yeah, that's it. Next time on the stream, I'll probably put more emphasis on actually making animations. But from now on, we can add to the projects we'll be making along with the mask. We can also add Fix It, which we'll be slowly implementing with modules. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!